This week on StarCap, Jimmy Cliff dead at 81, Squash sentenced to 2 years in prison, Queenie ready to love again, Backroad girls worried for colleagues, and in the Dear Pastor review, husband only wants to do things his way. Hey Star Fam, I am Chanel and welcome to StarCap, a recap of the big stories that caught your attention this week. Reggae legend Jimmy Cliff died on Monday, triggering mourning and reflection on his impact across the globe. The announcement was made on Instagram that the singer crossed over after a seizure followed by pneumonia. Since then, condolences for the family of the Jamaican icon have been pouring in from all over. In Parliament on Tuesday, Culture Minister Olivia Grange announced that Jimmy Cliff would get an official funeral, with the date to be announced later. Now, I know there are too many to choose from, but in the comments below, let us know what your favorite Jimmy Cliff song is. Dancehall artist Squash has been sentenced to 27 months in prison for illegal possession of a modified firearm. It's been a long road for the Big Breeze singer, who was arrested in February during a police stop in Miami. He was found with a modified chip Glock on his person. Prior to that, Squash was already in legal hot water over his immigration status. He is now expected to face immigration action after completing his sentence in the United States. Social media starlet and dancehall artist Queenie Lady Gangsta is putting herself back on Cupid's radar. The double tap singer, who went through a very public relationship and breakup with her husband, recently appeared on the UK's ITV dating show Blind Matchmakers. On the show, Queenie is paired with a visually impaired man for a single date. She says while the interaction between them was just for the cameras, she isn't opposed to giving her heart to a man with physical disabilities. To read how Queenie has been preparing her heart for her next fairy tale love, hop on over to our website at www.jamaica-star.com. While the entire country tries to find ways to move on from the tragedy that was Hurricane Melissa, sex workers on Backroad say they too are facing that struggle. While the infamous Port Henderson Road has returned to normal following the Category 5 hurricane, some of the workers say the atmosphere there is still heavy because they can't reach their colleagues that moved to the west. They say some women moved their businesses to western communities like Savannah Lamar and Mount Salem because they heard the pay was better there. Now that Hurricane Melissa has ravaged the west, not hearing from the women is leaving them more than a little worried. To read how one woman who kept the link strong between the workers disappeared just before Hurricane Melissa, hop on over to our website at www.jamaica-star.com. And in Dear Pastor this week, husband only wants to do things his way. This 22-year-old star reader has a 24-year-old husband who is unrelenting, to say the least. She says her husband believes that being the head of the household means it's his way or the highway. He only wants her to prepare certain foods, and in the bedroom, she is constantly on her knees, if you know what I mean. She says even when things aren't particularly comfortable for her, she has to obey him because that's what she promised in her vows. Now she's at her wit's end and just wants him to take a suggestion or two from her. Pastor has suggested that they speak to a female counselor, but what do you think? How would you deal with a no-nonsense macho man? Let us know in the comments below. That's it for this week's StarCap. Remember to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at the Jamaica Star and on TikTok and X at Jamaica Star. Subscribe on YouTube and click the notification bell to never miss an episode. Until next time, I'm Chanel. Keep reading the Star, the People.